We are 3,000 subscribers and counting. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you all. Hello, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Nanyacim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification so you get notified each time I upload. And please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all, and I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you for always coming back to watch my videos, comment in. You all are the very best. So today we'll be checking out about a white lady who actually spoke up about police brutality and all that, and she also made emphasis that a black person cannot do some certain things and get away, but she has done some horrible things as a white lady, and she got away with it because of white privilege. You do not want to miss out the point she made, because she actually made great points, and after that we move over to the main video. So let's get into it.
Just being a white kid in general, I think I got to be a child for longer. People of color have to grow up really fast, especially in this country. The color of their skin is something that people of color have to think about every single day, and it's something that I rarely have to think about. When you're young, I feel like white kids get treated like kids for longer, by teachers, by older people in society, by everyone. Children of color are not treated with the same kindness in a lot of situations. I think about when I was a teenager and I was really rebellious and I got into trouble. I got into trouble with the cops a lot. The color of my skin may have saved my life in several of those instances. The color of my skin may have kept me from being arrested or sent to prison. Now, don't even get me started on the prison systems. If you want, I can make another.
All right. Now, let's get into the real police brutality. And you know what? Stay glued to your screen. You definitely do not want to miss out on any of this. So let's get into the real video.
All right, so I'm going to share a video with you, but I want to start it off by saying trigger warning. Trigger warning, but I want you to pay particular attention to what's happening. Okay? Watch this video.
He's hitting her? He's hitting her? What the fuck?
All right, so for some background, some context, that is IS-51 out here in Staten Island, New York. That person who was being hit is a 13-year-old child who attends IS-51. My curiosity is this. What could that 13-year-old little girl do to two grown men, officers, trained officers, to make them hit on her, beat on her, as if they were in a boxing ring? I'm curious. But if you watch the video back again, there's also a black woman officer, and she is stunned. Yeah, that just happened today. Yeah. So my daughter came home and shared that video with me, and I said, well, where were you? And she said, on the bus. And I said, well, what's the difference between you and a little girl? And she goes, I don't know. Nothing. Nothing. That was it. Carry on.
All right, so before we get into the stitches, I want to say that sometimes I feel like some people do not like themselves well enough, and for that reason they do not like any other person. And I think also being a person of color also part of it, because I don't know how a trained cop, I mean a police officer, a trained police officer, right? I don't know what a 13-year-old girl, or an old child will do to you that will make you hit her that way. I mean, it's a shame that I think the rate to the disease is actually something that has really eaten deep in the society, that some people do not have conscience anymore. Because if you have conscience, if you have human sympathy, there is no how you will hit a child like that. It's really, come on. We are humans. Don't we look at ourselves and see ourselves that This person is like me. I go through pain and I understand what it means to have pain. Why do I have to inflict so much pain on another person out of hate? It still does not make any sense. Trust me on that. Let's go further so we all can see what people got to say about this particular video.
He's hitting her? He's hitting her?
This is a 13-year-old girl getting assaulted by 2 police officers in New York. Now, our new culture DM'd me and sent me this video. He said we need to act on it and we need to be loud. This is something that cannot wait. We need to hold these grown-ass men accountable. We cannot allow them to get away with assaulting this child. And you know what? One of the things that this video hits me right in my heart, because when I see this little girl, I see my little girl. I see my son. And it breaks my heart. We need justice on this. This cannot wait. So please interact with this video and spread awareness. And if my stitches are off, it's not by my doing at all. So understand that. This is getting out of hand. And, you know, to the ones that like to counter argument, well, what were they doing to cause this? You know what? They weren't doing anything. This young lady is clearly unarmed. Okay. First off. Second off, you know, you love to cling to that argument, but I say this. If police can bring in non-black people who have unalived little kids at schools and teachers and treat them with respect and decency because they are human beings, then I think they can do the same thing to black people. Wouldn't you agree? And it has been proven that you don't have to be breaking the law for this to happen. You can be asleep at your own house. Breonna Taylor. You can be walking through a park with your hood up and some Skittles in your pocket and they shoot you down. It is an unspoken law that being black in America can cost you your life, no matter what age you are. And it needs to stop. It needs to stop. So please spread this message. And if you are an ally, like everyone claims that they are, then help us figure out who these men are. Help us stop this. No one deserves that. No.
He's hitting her? He's hitting her?
So my channel is part of it is to really help European Americans understand how they approach these types of things. So this is 2 trained officers beating up a 13-year-old black girl. And trust me, when European Americans watch this, they're going to say, I wonder what she did. Because for them, they don't see the 13-year-old black girl as one of their children. Those of us who have black daughters, when we watch things like this, it just hurts to the marrow. And you start seeing how slavery continues to this day. I mean, the whole legal system came out of slavery, but you start seeing how this difference and this dissonance exists, where black people get treated as less than human to the point where a 13-year-old black girl can be brutalized by 2 trained officers. And when European Americans watch it, they're going to say, I wonder what she did. Not, this is horrific. Not just that gut-wrenching, what are we doing to our kids? But instead, I wonder what she did to deserve this.
He's hitting her? He's hitting her?
That was a 13-year-old child. 13-year-old child being hit in the head repeatedly by a police officer. Welcome to America.
He's hitting her? What the fuck?
That was a 13-year-old little girl, y'all. What in Staten Island, New York. The mom posted it. Beautiful, beautiful woman posted it. And I'm sorry your daughter had to see that happen. This is what's happening in our world, y'all. And I feel so bad for the girl, of course. But what would make grown men, trained officers, hit a 13-year-old like that and think it's okay to keep doing it and in front of people? Not that they should do it in private, but in front of people. I just can't, y'all. Do better.
I am so terrified. Like watching this, it's really so sad that, I mean, a 13-year-old child had to go through this. Like, look at, and we all have children, we have siblings, like, we have nephews, we have nieces and all of that. Like, how long are people going to keep quiet and continue like this? I mean, it's so horrible that, like, you are also scared for having a child, because you are scared when your child leaves the house. You don't know what it's going to happen. You don't, like, it's just like living in fear. When your child is, you don't know what it's going to happen next. You might come back from work as a mother or as a father to hear that your child is no more. Because I do not know why two grown men will repeatedly hit a 13-year-old child like this. I mean, come on. This is real evil. This is evil. How else do you want, you think evil is devil or something? I mean, this is not acceptable. This is not right. This is wrong. This is somebody's child. Really, I am so pissed off. This is not okay. This is where I am going to end this. Let me know what you all think in the comment section, and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.